Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I wanted to show you this big bag from Karamy, which is an American company. They sent me this from the USA. This is the largest one they do as far as I know that is also fat. I think they do longer ones that are slim, so those are specifically for really long umbrellas. But this, as far as I could tell, was the largest fat one, which means it'll fit lighting as well as stands. So here, for example, this is the only bag I have that will fit my 4-meter boom stand when it's folded. And it does stick out from the side, which for me isn't a big issue because I'm not going to be carrying this on an airplane or on a train or anything like that. I wouldn't want to take this much weight and this much size on a train without wheels. And, you know, ideally I wouldn't travel with such heavy stuff anyway. So for me, if I was taking this big lighting kit, then I would be taking it in a car and then just taking it to the car and then offloading when I get there. So not something that needs a huge amount of protection. So let's take a look inside and show you what I have here. This is a complete lighting kit that I would be very happy shooting with for a lot of things. And if you want to see this exact lighting kit in action, then I'll have a link to that video down below. So here we can see the first thing is we have some straps that help hold these zips closed. And I think it'd be great if these straps were removable, but it's not a big issue. You know, if you don't want them to dangle when you've opened it, then you can just tie them together, which I guess is fine. And this does have a carrying handle like that, which closes with Velcro, which feels, I mean, like the rest of the bag, it's okay quality. Nothing here is amazing. It's just sort of fine. You know, it's a budget bag, and so the quality and stuff, it's budget. But I mean, it works. And then once again, there's a big shoulder strap, but it doesn't feel amazing. It just feels fine. It feels like what it is, it's a strap. I do like that this thing can open like that, and then you can take some stuff out without having to completely open the bag, which is nice so that you can still carry it, but then take some stuff out, for example, like that. And that still holds its shape really well when it's slightly open, so that's nice. The quality of the zips here feel okay, but I would say ideally be gentle with them. For example, here I wouldn't pull this really hard, but instead I would do that and then close it. Just, I mean, they feel like if you were too rough with them, they might break. And I think they feel fine for normal use as long as you're careful with it. See, it closes fine, but yeah, I guess just be gentle with it. And I'm not sure if this is because they had to send it overseas, but the bag was folded like a lot. It was just basically rolled up. So the bag was really, really unpresentable. So everything, like all these things were like really badly crumpled like that, which is not a big issue, but it's not the nicest way to get a bag. And I did have to sort of spend a bit of time on trying to get it to hold its shape and stuff. The separators that come with this are not great. They don't stay in place on their own. And so like that barely holds onto the Velcro there, and there's no Velcro here on the inside of the bag, so the separators just sort of attach to this thing, sort of, and then that's supposed to just sort of float in place. So it will kind of stay in place, but not really. It's just sort of, if you have some things that fit neatly into this sort of shape, then it might fit, but generally it's not great. But it does do a little bit of, you know, it does help, for example, to put it between some things, like between a stand and a light. Now, if I was to put an expensive light like this into here, then I would be really, really careful with how I'm carrying the bag. Like I said, to take it into the car and then out of the car and shoot with it. I would probably be okay with that if I know that I'm the only one carrying the bag and not someone else who might like sort of throw it around. So once again, it's a budget bag, and it's actually not bad for the price, but not amazing. We do have a pretty decent padding on the outside here, not super thick, but it's fine, I guess. Sort of similar to that. Yeah, it feels roughly the same. And then the top padding is a little thin, but the bottom padding is fine. The bottom padding is nice and thick. What I've put in here is my smaller lighting. So for example, these things, which I use as backlights mostly, and then stands for them. So GorillaPod stands and some of these Lollipod stands. The Big Pixel Pro, there's only one of these in here. If you see the video where I use this, you'll see that this as the key light works well with these as the backlights. So for me, that's a kit that's not too huge. Like 3 of these is quite a big kit, but not too limiting, because I do like to use this with a huge diffuser like this. And these small lights just have a hard time giving enough power through a diffuser like this. So then my big light stand, and here is a comparison. I've got a normal sized light stand. This is actually quite a beefy one. So you can see that is quite a big difference. And then over here, my huge Pixapro 150 centimeter Octodome. And here's an example of a more normal sized umbrella. So you can see you could fit loads of those into there. And this is one I got from Karamy, which is the one with the removable white diffuser. So it can be silver or white. And then the battery for the Pixapro, another stand, another small light, and in here I've got a cable. And then I would also take some batteries for these small lights as well, depending on how long I wanted to use them. I would either have some batteries already in there or some big Sony batteries to fit on the back of them if I wanted to. So everything here together with this big light was 14 kilograms, including the bag, which is something you could carry. I wouldn't want to carry that long distance. It's about 36 pounds for you guys in America. And so you could carry that, but you wouldn't be all that happy carrying it. I mean, you can lift it, but then carrying it up a hill is not going to be fun. So I wouldn't take that much weight on a train without wheels, because this thing, as you might have noticed, doesn't have wheels, which I guess is fine. I mean, it does have some little knobbly bits at the bottom, which, I mean, because it's a soft bag, I don't think these things will do very much, because it doesn't have a solid bottom, but whatever. So like I said, this is a budget bag that's sort of okay. You know, there are better things out there. They will cost more, but if this is something that works for you, and if you need a big one that will fit certain big things that are hard to fit into other bags, then it's not bad. So here's an example of something that if I was going long distance and needed to carry a lot of weight, I would want something that rolls on 4 wheels so that I'm not lifting up the weight, just pushing it. And so that costs more and won't fit some of the big items like the big softbox and the big light stand. They won't fit into here. And this is the biggest one that I could find that was rolling on 4 wheels. There were some other large ones, but they only rolled on 2 wheels, which means that you're lifting up half the weight. And so once again, that isn't ideal for me. I'd want it to roll on its own. All right guys, so I hope you found that useful. I'll have links below to get that bag, and I will have links below to my review about this as well. So thanks for watching guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.